Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. Hello, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. I'm just sitting here, and I'm just basking in the glory of God. I'm in the presence of God. Now, just then, I was sitting here and I was sort of kind of acting crazy. Why did I do that? To show you that being in the presence of God does not mean you always have to sit somewhere with your eyes closed, and acting like you're so deep. Because God is everywhere. But He's watching you. But are we really in His presence? The word says that His ears are always inclined to the cry of the righteous. Let me bring it down a notch. As human beings, sometimes we looked at a male or a female and you was like, yeah, I want him, I want her. You know how you pick things out, pick people out, what you want. I want that car, I want that house, I want this. We always picking out stuff. But did we say, I want Jesus? Very few of us said, I want Jesus, when we was picking out somebody we wanted to be with. I don't think that was quite exactly on our minds at the time that we want Jesus. But when you want to be in the presence of somebody, you make it sort of kind of known. You kind of slide up to them, and first of all, you get to be their friend. And then after you become friends with them, then, next thing you talking to them, and then you want to talk to them some more and some more and some more. When I was young, and as we say, dating or trying to go with somebody, I said, yeah, okay. You pick that person out, and then, you get to be their friend, you smiling and cheesing and you doing all the little things to draw the attention. Well, we don't have to exactly kind of go through all of that to impress Jesus, because He's not impressible in that sense. But what I'm saying is, we want to become that friend. And then you want to talk to them. You talk to them when you see them, and then you pass the phone numbers, and you just can't get enough of talking to them. You talk to them when you're with them. Then you go home and you dial that number, and they call you, and you just chatting it up. You're always talking to them. Why? Because that's a form of being in their presence. So it's the same thing with Jesus. We get to be His friend. And then you want to talk to Him. You want to talk to Him more and more and more and more. Oh, that's why I say men ought to always pray, maybe. You think? So we don't always have to be somewhere, face down in a corner. No, we're just talking to God continuously. That way, if we're talking to Him continuously, it says, I will keep his mind in perfect peace, whose mind stay on me. So we don't have to worry about, we don't have to have those episodes. Why? Because we're in the presence of God, and we have that peace which surpasses all understanding. So you can always be in the presence of God, in your spirit realm, in the spirit realm. No, we're not there side by side. You know how you walking with your friend, you know. But in the spirit realm, we're walking with Jesus. The presence of God should always be with us. We should always be with him. And now, that's not hard to do. We make it so hard. Oh, the presence of God. Oh, how can I be in the presence of God? Then you find out what he really likes. Oh, let me see. He likes for me to talk with him. And when you want somebody to really like you and you talking with them every day, and then you start liking them more and more, and you find out what they like. So you start finding out, oh, what does Jesus like? Let me see. And then you start automatically doing those things that he likes. Years ago, they used to say, well, what would Jesus do? Then you start doing what Jesus do. You start saying what Jesus would say. You start going where Jesus would go. You start acting like Jesus would act. Why? Because you're in his presence. You're with him. He's with you. Don't make it hard, people. And don't let nobody make it hard for you. Some people tell you, turn around in circles. You got to do this, you got to do that. All you have to do is follow what Jesus tells you to do. And you will know that by communication with the Father. Always remember, yes, Jesus is always present, but am I always present with him?